Ladies and gentlemen, the B52's. How long has it been since you guys been in Portland?
Do you remember? How long since we've been on tour?
In Portland.
Oh, since we've been in Portland?
Yeah.
I think it's been a couple of years, or 1 year, or maybe 6 months. I don't know.
Okay, is everyone going to go like this? Every one of them is going to go like this.
And this is our pre-show outfit.
This is the pre-show.
Yeah. We get much, much crazier on stage.
Oh, well, very cool.
Much more flamboyant.
All right, very good. So, here's what we've got. We've got a bunch of our listeners here tonight, and they've all asked some questions. So we've got some questions that we're going to ask you guys for tonight. And first of all, it's killer to have you guys here. So we want to thank you very much. I mean, pop icons. This is some fun stuff. Now, where are we on the tour? Because I know you guys are going to go out with Cyndi Lauper, right, on the True Colors tour. How far are we with just the B52's right now?
Almost the end for this leg. It's a short, small club tour.
It's a two-legged tour.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how does Cyndi Lauper come and find you guys? Do you find her? Whose idea was this?
Well, they asked us last year, but we wanted to finish our record. We thought that was our biggest priority, was finishing the record, and we did. And so now we have all new songs to play every night.
And we've known Cyndi Lauper since she was in Blue Angel, since way back in 78 or 79. So, you know, we go way back, so it should be fun.
All right, very cool. Now, also with this this new album, Funplex, this isn't something, a lot of folks think you guys have just kind of like been out of the radar for a while, but you haven't. Everybody's been recording, doing some stuff off to the side. I know, Cyndi, that you did some family stuff, right? Raising the family and...
Yeah, I have 2 kids, you know. I have a great partner who helps me, you know. And,
excellent.
You know, it's kind of hard to be away, but, you know, we knew it was coming, and and they're really happy for me.
This is kind of cool, a resurgence of everything 80s that's happening these days, isn't it? Now, you guys are. I mean, you represent...
We're from the year 3000.
All right, let's get to some of these questions here. 15 years since the last album. What's the greatest challenge to get together, do these recordings, and get back into the studio together? Like I said, I know you guys have been doing some recordings off to the side, but together with, you guys are all such collaborators together. It's not just like one voice in the band. So how is it back, you know, getting back together again now?
What's the greatest challenge?
Yeah, what is the challenge?
Well, we all live in different parts of the country, so getting us in one spot at one time and, you know, spending a few days working on the song, you know, that's probably the biggest challenge. I don't know, you know,
so
the writing process is a challenge too, actually.
Sure, so you bring things now, it must be a lot different than, I mean, back in the day when you had tape. I mean, you had to probably send things, but now it's all digital. You can...
well, actually, that's helped us, actually. We work in Pro Tools, so, and particularly when Kate, Fred, and Cyndi write their lyrics and their melodies, we do it through a jamming process. So they just improvise, and I have music. They sing over. And then, so they improvise, and so you have just this chaos, and you try to turn it into a song. It's kind of like turning jazz into rock and roll. You know, it's free-form jazz into rock and roll. So we try to give it a form. That's a challenge, you know, listening to everything and all the jams and listening to picking out parts and putting that together.
Well, I'll tell you what, you just said different parts of the country. That's my question. I know where you guys come from. How do 2 folks from New Jersey show up with 2 folks from Georgia? How does that happen?
Well, I was hitchhiking around Europe, and I met my future ex-husband in Brian Cocaine, and Cokayne. And he lived in Manchester, and we wanted to go do a back to the land thing and raise goats. And a friend lived in Athens and said, "Come on down." So I did. But my lifelong dream since I was a kid was to be in a band and be a singer. So when I met these guys, we sort of started one night by spontaneous combustion. We just started jamming after having a flaming volcano. So if you all have a flaming volcano drink, you might wind up in a band. So, and
I went to school in Georgia for 3 years, and I went down to raise hell.
That was it.
And he did.
Very cool. All right.
And hell raised him.
Kim Blair, are you here? All right, Kim. Kim wants to know influences. I mean, come on. I've always called you guys like a new wave alternative surf band, but what influences bring that about?
We like everything. From James Brown to Perez Prado to the Ramones, Sex Pistols, everything.
Patti Smith. Yeah, I mean, it's really across the board with us, you know. Aki Pygmy music, you know. We'll listen to lots of different things, really. Nino Rota.
I definitely. Oh, really?
Joni Mitchell.
In your solo albums too, I definitely hear some Sex Pistols, and I hear quite a bit of the harder stuff that I don't hear with, like.
Well, it's very different.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you able to fly a little bit? Do you guys have to keep him controlled in the studio or anything?
Not really. No, we.
We tie him down.
Yeah. They tell me to shut up after a while.
Very good. All right, we've got one. Laura Butcher, right? She wants to know what you guys are listening to the CD player right now. Is there anything new that you really...
Hey.
Hey, Laura.
We like Hot Chip, and I like Hot Chip. I think we all do. LCD Sound System, wide variety of things.
I don't know, New Pony Club. I don't know. I like Debbie Harry's new record.
We love Peaches.
All right. The B52's. Does anybody know what I'm talking about when I talk about the B52's? There we go, the Flintstones. What's it like to be doing something like a Major Motion and just kind of like being a parody upon yourself?
It was fun. Fred and I got to ride in one of those little Flintstone cars with you motivate with your feet, and we crashed it into a rock. And, it was fun.
It was a rock. Thank
Lobster.
you. Thank you. All right, let's see here. We've got Chris Fowler. Is Chris here? No. Well, I like this question, though, and I kind of have rumors, but I don't know if it's true. First time you guys played in public, you said at Volcanoes. Was it a Chinese restaurant that you guys just kind of like...
Hunan's Chinese restaurant in Athens, Georgia.
And so was this
That's where we ate. Then
Right.
we went back to a friend's house and jammed.
Seriously?
But we didn't do a public... Well, we played at a friend's party on Valentine's Day in 1977.
Well, that's great. Now, were you all musicians before in bands? Or because really the knowledge of where you guys came from behind that, I can't find anywhere.
Not me.
I had a high school band called the Sun Donuts, a folk protest band.
And Ricky and I used to write songs together. Ricky was my brother, and he passed away in '85, of AIDS, But we would get together in his bedroom, and he was a great guitarist, and he would write the songs. And he said, "Cindy, sing this," and we would harmonize, and that was our first beginnings, And then I knew Keith since I was 12. He was Ricky's best friend, and. And it was just a natural thing, all of us getting together.
And you got to give him to him also for all these personalities to stay together. Like she said, she's known him since he was 12. These personalities to stay together, and you guys seem to be friends now. Are we seeing is this an act? Is this like you on stage? Is this an act? And
just wait till we get out of here. No, we get along better than ever, I think.
Right. Well,
We even hang out together.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, that's what I think. That's one of the biggest things that comes across in your videos, in your music, in your shows. You guys are friends too, and that's first and foremost to me.
Well, we were friends to begin with, and I think that bond has certainly stuck. And we didn't really go into this thinking we were starting a 31-year career in music. We did this to entertain ourselves, and it was just something we did for ourselves. And fortunately, people liked it. Our first party that we did in 76, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, don't date yourself.
We did, whatever, it was a long time ago. We had no idea what this was, going to start, and so we're still doing it.